coach, put me in the game.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 2nd and 13. Corral. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The Colts hit 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind in the best way.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 20. From the shotgun, Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lawrence. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth,
it's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Colts are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one a first down pickup of 8. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Back to Taylor on first down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Corral from the gun on 3rd down here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. That's complete to Pierce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 21-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They'll go for it on 4th. Here's Corral. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, have 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost him 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
But now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Lawrence. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all.
And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake, but when that number's actually been in...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Lawrence. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Fakes the handoff here. Corral. Slide, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Third and long, Corral. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Lawrence to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Lawrence on third down. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
On play action, Lawrence. And this one is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They go play action with Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 2-2 Atwell. 30 yards. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Lawrence's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is their fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Lawrence to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. After the sack on 1st down, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. it didn't pay off in that situation.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
3rd down, Corral. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And some room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 8.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready, set. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Lawrence will throw.
He's got him in. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
76 yards.
And the Jags add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Now a give to Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Switching it up. Corral going to throw here. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off play action. Here's Corral. Rolling to his right. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3. They juked him, and the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he's got room. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Flushed out right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Another tote for Etienne. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Corral sets up play action. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. A give to Etienne running right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra.